It's my understanding that the post office was developed in the idea of George Washington. Is that correct? Do you know that? Does anyone know that? Ben Franklin was the first postmaster, but the idea of the post office was George Washington's. Those two guys would not be doing what's going on today. The idea of the post office was to create a network that allowed the citizens of the United States means to timely dissemination of news and information. What's going on here, I feel, will hurt, as Vincent just said, newspapers, magazines, dissemination of that news. We have carriers that, I don't know how they do this, they do a wonderful job. Every day, they're carrying newspapers to homes. In some cases, in our case, in some of our markets, 6 out of 10 homes get our weekly newspaper. And these carriers are out there and carrying it every day. Now, as you start to make these changes, our newspapers will have to go from Eatontown to Trenton, and then back to the post office, correct? It's not going to be, there's no way it can be serviced the same day. Is this correct?
Well, you drop them in.
Right now, we have some exceptional dispatch. Today there's an exceptional dispatch. We can take it directly to the post office. And those papers get delivered that day as long as we're there by a certain time. We also take papers to Eatontown that are going out of market, that are out of county, or out of our, we don't go to Red Bank as an example. So those papers go to Eatontown and then are delivered from Eatontown to Red Bank. There was a slide earlier that stated that there will be no time difference when we continue to take those papers to Eatontown when they start moving to Trenton. It makes no sense to me. I don't understand how there can be no time difference. The mayor brought up a good point when he spoke. He said that, you look at the studies and you look at the dollars, and sometimes it doesn't make sense what the federal government's done. Well, there was a slide up there today that is an exact replica of what was online earlier today, and the wording's changed. Where it was annual transportation cost earlier, is now annual transportation expense. Savings, which is it? Is it cost or is it savings? Can we go to that slide? Is there a way to get that slide?
It was $110,000.
It was $110,012.
Yeah.
And 2 hours ago, that read cost.
When I originally went up and talked to the employees in Monmouth, I think it was a $90,000 cost or somewhere in that range. This is a working document that's being worked on. They've consolidated, they've eliminated some transportation with this.
Well, is that a cost or is that a savings? Is it 11.3 or is it 11.1?
Right now it's a savings.
Tomorrow morning you'll be back to a cost?
I don't know tomorrow.
I guess the point is that everybody does need to write to their congressman. Businesses need to write, publishers need to write, and citizens need to write. You all need to get out and drop a piece of mail to all your friends tomorrow, not an email, a hard postcard, and the union should come up with this. Create some postcards that people start sending like Christmas cards to all their friends to let them know what's going on.